So after 4 years with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, I finally upgraded my phone, and I'm 2 months into having the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and so far I've been very pleased with the upgrade. I think that you can avoid having buyer's remorse if you just genuinely wait enough time to upgrade your tech, like especially like a phone. If you have an iPhone 16 or even 15 or newer, I don't think there's any reason to upgrade. 14, it's kind of there. If you have the extra cash, then you might be happy with the upgrade. But 13 and 12, and I know some people that have the 11 out there, this is a very exciting upgrade. You get a lot of new stuff, a new design, all 48 megapixel cameras. The new selfie camera is awesome, but we're gonna dive into that a little bit later. So while watching the keynote this year, they opened up with a quote from Steve Jobs. Design is not just how it looks and feels. Design is how it works. And I think this was a step in the right direction for Apple after last year's AI misstep. Apple has always been late to the party with new technology. So when they rushed Apple Intelligence to just please the stock markets, that's why we still don't have the advanced Siri features. That was a huge misstep for the company. And this phone, I think, represents a return to form where they built the phone for what they wanted it for, not what the stock market wanted the phone for. So let's get into design. This phone feels great in the hand. The unibody, I think, was a step in the right direction. Some people were upset at the change from titanium back to aluminum. I don't think it matters that much. We're not like scrapping our phones for the metal, and as far as I'm concerned, the brushed aluminum does feel great in the hands. I know that a lot of people have had some durability issues. It's an anodized coating, and if you don't know what that means, it's pretty much they bake the color onto the phone. So aluminum doesn't obviously come naturally in a cosmic orange colorway. So again, you're gonna get scratches, and it's kind of to be expected with an anodized coating. The unibody to me is a step in the right direction because it addresses one of the biggest pain points of every iPhone that I've checked out from the last 4 years, and that was cooling. The moment you take your iPhone out in the sun, the screen dims like immediately. You could be taking a picture pretty much with a black screen because the brightness just won't go up. And thermal throttling was a big issue. Like, the chips they're putting in these phones are incredibly powerful. So I think designing the phone with a lot of thermal headroom was certainly better for the consumer than it just having a fancier material like titanium, which again, like, I know was better for durability, but most people put a nice case on their phone. So I don't think a lot of people were even getting the benefit of having that titanium feel in the hand. So again, I think that this was a step in the right direction for the company, going back to what they believe is important for us, right? And with it came a pretty neat selfie camera upgrade. The square sensor is like Apple's classic best implementation of center stage. Like, I have a MacBook Pro with center stage, and my wife has one of the iPads with it, and we've been on video calls, and the following is like, it's kind of cool, but it's really just cropping in to like where it thinks you're gonna be at. This new square sensor, like, for it to take the same vertical picture as your phone held sideways is pretty incredible. And I think if you're a big party person and selfie taker, group selfie taker, this in it of its own might be a good enough reason to upgrade. And I know that's pretty crazy just for pictures, but that's a big main selling point for these phones is the cameras. Like, phones are more cameras than phones nowadays, where I can tell you for sure I've taken more pictures with this phone than probably phone calls. I've been 2 months now with the phone, and I chose the cosmic orange colorway, and I don't have any regrets. Like, I mainly do use a case with my phone because I work construction and I don't want to risk it getting damaged. So the color, once I'm home and I can take the case off and enjoy like the real feel of the phone, I'm pretty happy with the colorway. But again, to each their own. It is a very polarizing color, which I think is good in a pro landscape where everything is usually black or dark gray. Like, most cameras are black, most pro computers are a muted color. Like, for this to be an actual, like, quote unquote professional phone, which does have a lot of professional capabilities, to come in such a fun, unique colorway, is certainly like an exciting phone to be able to have. And I know it's a little early, but I think this is gonna go down as one of the greatest iPhone upgrades, like just because they really touched on a lot of things that, like, not that they needed addressing, but they just enhanced it. Like, this might be the best iPhone upgrade to get. Just like when they went from the 10 to the 11 Pro Max. That was like a very significant upgrade where you get the new design, the new cameras. And this right here is like just those years of refinement since the 11 and 12 series. And it all comes to fruition with this, and the new design, this new chip is extremely powerful. Like, they're now debuting AAA games on these phones. Like, I was playing Assassin's Creed Mirage, a PlayStation, Xbox, Windows game on this phone. And yeah, graphics aren't like insane, but the fact that it can play it is just incredible. And I'm excited to see what they keep adding to these phones, because now that they are capable, they're only gonna keep further enhancing the games that come out on these phones. One of the main selling points of this phone was battery life. And I love that they did the Air, because they got to get their super thin phone out of the way, but it also gave them a chance to just make this phone all that it could be. And they did make it thicker, which again, it does not feel thick at all in the hands. It's certainly not a small phone, but it's not a thick phone either. It's not a chonker or like I'm carrying a power bank or something. And the battery life has been incredible. Like, I'm regularly finishing days with 45% still on the charge, and that's after 45% battery life, and that's after pictures, videos, going out, Apple CarPlay, music on, GPS. So the battery is a very strong selling point. I did a funny thing when I first got it, and I pushed myself to not charge it for 2 days, and I took it off the charger at 4:41 a.m. Tuesday morning, and I didn't return it to the charger until 10 p.m. the following Wednesday, and it had 11% battery life. So I was like, and again, that was a rather light use days. Those 2 days were rather light on usage because I was working a lot and I don't use my phone a lot while I'm at work. So it's kind of like a very niche circumstance, and I don't think like battery reviews, it's like to each their own. Like, if my phone is just always on a charger, then regardless, I'll have better battery, or I'll have the perception of better battery. So again, I think battery life is incredible. It's certainly something that you can, if you're at 100%, you can go wherever and you really don't have to worry too much about it, especially if you're a 13 user or 12 user, where my battery for my 13 was certainly aging. I was always finding a charger around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. because it was getting in the 20s. So this is a very fun upgrade where like I don't have to really think about the battery anymore, like any more than you should. Pop it on the charger at the end of the night and that's it. This series of iPhones I feel will go down as one of the greats because they upgraded so much stuff since Apple Intelligence. Like, they all come with 16 gigabytes of RAM, which it just helps. I'm noticing apps that I've used 2 and 3 days ago still there suspended in memory, where I could just pop right back into it and it doesn't have to load, it's just ready. So that's a bigger benefit of having more RAM. Also, another huge thing that they finally did was add storage, like 256 across the board. And I know that's because these cameras are all 48 megapixel and they have they take up a ton of storage when recording 4K 120. And these phones can record ProRes log now and ProRes RAW and all these heavy, just dense codecs. But again, like the Pixel 10 series, the Pixel 10 Pro comes with 128. And the Samsung S25 series starts at 128. So for every iPhone now to come with more storage than these phones, I think is crazy. If you would have told me in 2025, Apple would be the leading phone manufacturer with the most RAM and storage in their phones, I don't think I would have believed it. They treat RAM and storage, especially on laptops and phones, like it's more than gold. You can get gold cheaper than upgrading the storage on an Apple product. Like, it's insane. So the fact that they're actually blessing us with 256 gigs all across the board is a very welcome is a very welcome upgrade, especially since storage is so cheap. Like, you can get a super fast Gen 5 M.2 2 terabyte SSD for around $160. So there should be no reason that you're paying $200 for 128 gigs of flash storage. This isn't even like the fastest storage that's out there. It just is the fastest storage for a phone. So again, it's a welcome upgrade, and that's another reason I'm very excited with just this whole series of phones, because even if you go into the 17 base model, you get a lot, especially since they upgraded it to ProMotion. You're getting a super smooth and responsive phone now with a beautiful screen. And if you're just, like your phone for content consumption, you can't go wrong with that. If you're a big photographer and big into taking videos, then that's the reason to upgrade to the Pro phones. And the Air phone, as far as I've seen, it's a wondrous piece of technology to hold. So if you want something unique and you're okay with the upgrade cycle of every year or 2 years, then that's definitely a solid phone to get too, because if the battery gets a little long in the tooth or degrades over time, then you probably won't have as much worry as someone like me who likes to generally keep their phones for 3 or 4 years on average. So I've been taking a lot of pictures with this phone alongside my Sony mirrorless camera with a very good Sigma lens. And I can say, like, this, and to answer your question, if this phone has a rear weak camera, no, it doesn't. Especially the upgrade to bringing them all to 48 megapixels. The pictures and videos you're getting out of this phone is incredible. And Apple has already been ahead of the curve with video, and they just further extended that league. Like, I've been shooting some B-roll with Apple Log 2, and it's beautiful. Like, it's almost indistinguishable from a lower end mirrorless camera. Like, their video quality on these phones is incredible. And if you're someone that wants to delve into content creation, then this is how you start right here. You don't have to get a mirrorless camera. You don't have to get anything out of the ordinary. You can start with the iPhone 17 Pro series, and you'll have all the lenses and cameras you need. I know Apple totes that they're giving you 8 lenses, but you're really getting 3. But yeah, final thoughts. I really do strongly feel that these phones, this lineup, will go down as one of the greatest iPhones to ever come out. If in 10-15 years Apple goes the way of the BlackBerry, this will be one of the greats, along with the first one, that if you're coming from an older model, you can get a lot of fun upgrades out. You got the action button, camera control, dynamic island, whole new set of cameras, whole new set of codecs for video recording. But that'll round out this video. Stay tuned for more. This is 508 Tech. I'm Carlos Ruiz. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.